Hey guys, Chantal Jordans here with Team Stevens and Exit Realty Metro, bringing you HRM market statistics for September 2022. Now, first off, we've had just over 4,500 houses sell, and that is down 25% from this time last year. Now, the average sale price of these homes is around $545,000, but let's break that price down a little bit more. So earlier this year in Q1, when the market was hot, we were at an average price point of $578,000 versus Q3, where we're at now, we're at $488,000. So that is a difference of $90,000 from earlier this year in Q1 to now Q3. So in other words, when I say our average price point is at $545,000 right now, it's really being carried by earlier this year in Q1 when we were at the very peak of the market, and now we're lower. Now, in terms of housing inventory, if you've been following the previous updates, we've been kind of ramping up slowly in terms of inventory. So earlier this year, at the peak of the market, January, February, March, April, we were at less than a half a month's worth of inventory. Now we're at almost 2.2 months worth of inventory. So that is 4 times what we were at earlier this year. And actually, we're even double what we were in June. So we're definitely ramping up in housing inventory. Now let's talk about showings per listing. So this isn't something we usually talk about, but it's a really interesting stat for sellers especially. So right now in September, we're averaging about 6 showings per listing. But if we look at September of 2021, we were at about 12 showings per listing. So we are 50% less than we were a year ago. But then let's look at the peak of the market. So earlier this year, we were averaging 23 showings per listing. But we would see upwards of 50 showings per listing, up to like 125 showings per listing sometimes if it was a really hot listing right at the peak of the market. So it just shows you, now we're at about 6, but earlier this year, we were 23, higher. So it's really come down quite a bit. And this is important for sellers to know when they do list their house, because we're just not seeing the action that we were seeing earlier this year or even a year ago. So the reason we're seeing less showings per listing is a byproduct of obviously more houses on the market, so more to choose from, but also less buyers in the market, because those high interest rates and those high price points of homes are really pushing buyers out of the market. Understanding where we're at for showings in the market is really important, because as a seller, we need to properly price your home to maximize showings in order to get a successful sale. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope this adds a little more context into the current Halifax real estate market. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll see you next month.